regarding them. Let's talk about a show that I saw on ESPN called 30 for 30. It's this great new segment. If you're a sports fan, set your DVR and check this shit out. They're doing stories on who killed the USFL, the United States Football League, which I didn't know somebody killed it. I just thought it didn't work out. You know, a lot of people don't know this. I actually went to a USFL game. I saw the Boston Breakers versus the Washington Federals at Nickerson Field in Boston, Massachusetts, and the Boston Breakers won, and it was almost a capacity crowd, just out of curiosity. And I still remember a lot of the teams. Philadelphia Stars, the New Jersey Generals, owned by Donald Trump, had Herschel Walker and Doug Flutie. Remember that shit? Michigan Panthers won it the first year. Bobby A. Bear, is that who was the quarterback, or then went and played with the Saints? Believe it or not, I'm not looking this shit up on the internet. I actually remember this stuff. And my favorite fucking helmet, I thought the Michigan Panthers had a cool helmet, but I liked Oakland. They had like that fist holding the lightning bolt on that yellow helmet. It was the shit. And I thought it was very fitting because the Raiders have the best uniforms in all of football. And everyone's tried to rip them off. Whenever your team becomes too pussy-like, they always go, well, let's fucking steal the Raiders. We'll start wearing black because that's a badass color. Remember Jerry Glanville? Huh? Speaking of marshmallows, that doughboy, remember that? When nobody respected the Houston Oilers, all of a sudden he gets a black satin fucking Houston Oilers jacket. I know what the fuck I'm talking about. So anyway, I watched one episode of it. I can't recommend it high enough. I watched one on the University of Miami called The U, and it was talking about the heyday of the University of Miami. It was fucking awesome, man. It was just an awesome thing on so many different levels. Just showing how badass their team was, how crazy their team was. And then also just watching all those old guys now exaggerating all their fucking stories was hilarious. And that's the great thing about being an old guy. If you did something at 8, when you retell the story, you did it at 15. And they were doing it to such a ridiculous level that I almost forgot that I was alive when that shit was going down because it sounded like a brand new story to me. I mean, granted, they were not liked throughout college football and college sports in general, without a doubt. They were considered crass, no class, thugs, all the absolutely. But to tell the way they tell this story, it's just like, and the president was like, "Fuck Russia! What's going on at the University of Miami?" I mean, it was at the end of the day, it's a fucking football team. It's hilarious. This one guy goes, "We were like Ali." Talking trash. Oh, yeah, you were just like Ali. You know? He basically brought talking shit to a whole nother art form. He basically was the first guy to do it, not even on a national. He did it on a global level. And he was also stripped of his title because he wouldn't go to war because of religious reasons. And he stuck by it. And you guys grabbed your dicks after catching touchdown passes? Oh, yeah, that's the same thing. You would just like it. You know what it's like? It always goes back to that same quote when I see that Bill Russell clip. Bill Russell was talking about his philosophies on rebounding. I knew what I broke the guy down, blah, 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 blah. And then he's just like, so a lot of times I got the rebound before the guy ever even took the shot. You know, really, Bill? Really? Wasn't it really that you were 6'10" and everybody else was a 5'8" fucking white guy at that point? Other than Wilt Chamberlain, who was, didn't everybody look like Bob Cousy? But he's an old man now, so he gets to exaggerate. Like, look at Pau Gasol when they won Game 1 the other night. Oh, no, when they closed it out. Sorry, when they closed it out against Oklahoma. When Kobe missed he misses that shot, and then Pau, caught the rebound and all the one motion put it in. I can't wait. I mean, it's not like he's going to tell it to me. I would love to hear him tell it later on in life. How he's going to be like, I mean, did you see the look on his face? He couldn't even believe it. He was like, oh, my God. Kobe's finally not going to yell at me on the jet ride home. I did something good. He didn't even know what to do. It was like when Phil Mickelson finally won the Masters, and he jumped up in the air and then landed on the ground, and because he felt weird, like he didn't know what to do. He didn't know what to do. But later on in life, when that fucking old fish head's, maybe when his head finally fucking fills out and it's round, like a head's supposed to be, rather than looking like the Sunday paper turned sideways. God help me if that guy ever sees me. I really forget that just because NBA players can throw him around, that I am only 5'10" and he can fucking throw me through an Applebee's wall upside down. Anyways, yeah, when he goes to tell that story, it's gonna be fucking hilarious. He was just gonna, it was a moment in the game, and I knew something had to happen. And when he let that ball go, I knew it wasn't gonna go in, and something told me, I don't know where that ball's gonna come off the rim, but I'm gonna be there. He's gonna tell it like that.